Welcome back from that informative session with Dr. Tete. And with all the talk about disinfection, guess where we are at? We are at a professional disinfection company called VectorPest, and we are here with Abel, Senior Vector Control Officer. Abel, welcome to Vroom Vroom.
Thank you very much.
I believe we are seated far enough from each other so we can shed the mask for a moment, right?
Okay.
Great. So Abel, how long has VectorPest been in service?
VectorPest was incorporated 2-3 years ago, but in terms of service, it was then a unit under Zoom Lion, okay, which was purposely involved in fumigation or pest control activities. And then it has now grown and transitioned into a full company in the year 2018. So I must say we've been in existence for 2 years now, but in terms of experience, closely to about 12 years now.
Aha, good to know. Good to know. So for a professional disinfection process, on a vehicle for COVID-19, what does that entail?
COVID-19 is real. First of all, it's very real. And then everybody needs to take the necessary precautionary measures and then follow the protocols that have been outlined for everybody to follow in order to safeguard our health, our friends and families. In terms of vehicles, first thing that you must do as a sprayer or a company is your safety measure when you are going to a place. So the first thing that we do before we go to do maybe disinfection on a vehicle, one, you have to ensure that your PPEs are right, put on the right PPE, the right coverall, medical coverall, safety coverall, your helmet, your face shield, just as we have here, your nose masks, depending on the chemical that you are using. Either you use industrial nose mask or the normal N95 nose mask that is being used generally. Then you have your hand gloves. You make sure you are well dressed before you enter onto a vehicle, because you don't know the situation on the vehicle. Then just after that, you set your machines or the equipment that you are going to use ready. You calibrate your machines. You fill your spray pump, and then you make sure that whatever that is being kept in that vehicle that you are going to disinfect are normally evacuated. Okay, you evacuate all essential items on the vehicle, be it water, be it food, or any sensitive material, because we are wiping, you are going to wipe or spray onto surfaces. Now, if maybe the vehicle that these coaches, for instance, STC coaches, if they have sensitive electrical gadgets, then we have this rubber bag that we use to cover such areas. Then the areas, your targeted areas, like the door handles, the seat that you are going to wipe with, then you do your spraying those areas. After you are done, you can use this normal foam with your chemical solution. You mop it, or you put the chemical solution into the foam, and then use it to do targeted wiping at the surfaces of the vehicle that you think are frequently touched. Okay. So these are the key steps that we take. We do that in order, one, not to cause problem to the client or the vehicle that you are servicing. And then most of these chemicals too that are being used for disinfecting surfaces, some of them are very corrosive. Okay, and when they touch some of these fabrics, it is more likely that they might destroy the fabric, and we don't want to solve problem by creating problem. So we look at what is best fit for the problem before going into such an area. So at a professional level, these are some of the things that we do. And then when you are disinfecting, we don't want to create dirt into the vehicle. So we start from the tail end of the vehicle, then you move backward. You don't move from the entry point to the tail end. Other than that, you'll be stepping into the very solution that we are using to clean the surface.
Oh, so you start from the innermost part of the vehicle
The
and
tail
work your
end,
way out.
we work your way out. So you from
Right.
backward to the front, from back to front. So after the exercise, you close the windows of the vehicle, okay, for the chemical to have the necessary impact. And then after some time, like an hour or so, you open the windows out for proper air ventilation to occur, because most of these products have some little odor. Okay, depending on the product, some of them don't have any odor, especially I don't want to mention names here, but some that have odor, we have to ventilate the environment for natural air to circulate into the car before it's being put for commercial usage.
Wow, okay. So what about someone who doesn't have immediate access to this and needs to clean their vehicle? I'm thinking here of a typical trotro driver, from, I don't know, taking people from Kanishin to Accra or wherever, and needs to take another load of people, another set of people, what can he do quickly,
We are not living in normal times. We are not living in normal times. So the ideal thing is probably to get some of these solutions on board the vehicle. Commercial trotro drivers is a little bit something, because the passengers are not disembarking at a point. Trotro, you pick him, I get here, he gets down. It's a little bit at different places. So it's better when you get all your passengers disembarking. Then you have the solution. You can do the cleaning yourself.
When they get to the station,
the station finally, you can do some of this cleaning yourself. Then our advice, normally some of them don't operate on weekends. Sunday, for instance, most of them wants to rest. So on Sunday, if possible, you can reach Vector Pest. You reach out to Vector Pest. Then our advice that you do deep disinfection, okay, or deep cleaning.
A deep cleaning, okay.
Deep disinfection, where the whole windows, everything of the vehicle has to be closed, and every part of the vehicle has to be disinfected, at least for a day, for a month. Once in a month, you do that. It's not going to take anything away from you, and it doesn't take a whole day to do disinfection. In about 1 hour, 2, you are done with your deep cleaning, and the vehicle is set again for use. Daily, you can do your normal cleaning, but once in a while, once in a month, it's important that some companies do call us anyway to provide such services for them. But looking at the times that we all find ourselves in now, and the COVID situation, it's quite important that you do that.
Okay, great. Good to know. So these cleaning solutions you spoke about, they're commercially available, are they?
We are in COVID time, so you get a good and a bad. That's a challenging situation now that we all find ourselves in. The commercial market is flooded with different kinds of products. And then the mixing is also very important when you know the ratio. I mean, there are safety guidelines on the product. So MSDS is attached, and you can read them. Okay, you follow the guideline A, B, C, D, and you are ready to do it. So if you wouldn't mind, probably you can fall on Vector Pest. We are not going to charge much, okay? The team are ready. They have been trained several years. Team from Noguchi have trained them. We have had foreign training. A lot of training have occurred. So why don't you tap into their experience for you to be able to solve your problem than to go and do self-medication?
Wow. Okay, viewers, you all heard it from a professional disinfection company. Make sure that you follow the directions on the label. Be clear that you know what you're doing. Seek professional help if you're not sure what you're doing. And Vector Pest is always there to help, as they've already said. Abel, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on Vroom Vroom. And guys, we'll be right back after this.
We're living in dangerous times and you need to do all that you can to keep yourself and your car safe from this deadly virus. As usual, we'd like to hear from you on any issue concerning your car. Kindly send your questions to Vroom Vroom GH on Facebook and on Twitter at Vroom Vroom GH. And your questions could be addressed and featured on this show. That has been it for Vroom Vroom. See you next week, right here where the car is king. You know what to do, right? Drive safely. Bye.